It's story time. On the count of 3, let's say the story bag poem and see what's inside. 1, 2, 3. Story bag, what have you to say? Story bag, what's in you today? We have a riddle. This is a tale from England called Sir Gawain and the Lady. Story ears open, story mouths quiet, story buckles buckled, and let us begin. Once upon a time, long ago, King Arthur and his knights rode off on a hunt. Right away, King Arthur spied a deer. He followed the deer uphill and down. The deer seemed to be leading him deeper and deeper into the forest. Finally, the deer stopped in a clearing and stood perfectly still as King Arthur raised his bow and arrow. He released the arrow, but before the arrow hit its mark, the deer vanished as if by magic. King Arthur looked around to speak with his knights, but he was alone. Just then, he heard the thundering sound of hooves, and riding out of the mist was a gray knight in full armor with his sword pointed right at King Arthur. "King Arthur," said the gray knight, "I will be the next king of England, and I challenge you to a battle." King Arthur was not armed for battle. He only had his bow and arrows for the hunt. "Since you do not have your sword," said the gray knight, "I will challenge you to a battle of wits. I will give you a riddle and a year to solve it. You must agree to come back to this very spot in 1 year with the answer. If you are correct, you may remain king, but if you are wrong, you will forfeit your life and I will be the rightful king." "I accept your challenge," answered King Arthur. "The riddle is this," said the gray knight. "What is it that all women want more than anything else in the world?" "I will return in a year with the answer," said King Arthur, and the gray knight vanished into the mist. King Arthur was confident that he could solve the riddle in a year because he knew that his heart would ring true when he heard the correct answer. He asked his court for their thoughts. "What do you think that all women want more than anything else?" he asked. "Love," said some. "Children," said others. "Money, diamonds, and jewels." None of these suggestions spoke to King Arthur's heart. He knew that he had not heard the correct answer. The days passed and turned into weeks. The weeks slipped into months, and finally the year was up, and King Arthur had to return to the Grey Knight. He didn't have the answer, but he had given his word, so he would return and hope that inspiration would strike. On his way to the Grey Knight, King Arthur met an ugly old woman in the forest. Her head was bald. She had sores all over her scalp. One of her eyes was missing. She had a pig's snout for a nose. She had big yellow teeth. Her lower lip hung down over her chin, and the drool was running everywhere. "King Arthur," she asked, "do you need to know the answer to a riddle?" "Yes, I do," replied King Arthur. "I will tell you the answer that will make your heart ring true," she said, "if you agree to grant me my one wish. Will you?" King Arthur agreed, and she whispered the answer in his ear. The answer made his heart ring true, and he jumped for joy. He hurried to the Grey Knight, who was waiting for him. "King Arthur, do you have the answer to the riddle?" asked the Grey Knight. "Yes, I do," answered King Arthur. "All women want sovereignty. All women want to make their own decisions in life." "You are correct," said the Grey Knight. "You win," he growled, "and I hate to lose." He vanished into the mist. King Arthur went back to the old woman, who was waiting for her wish. "I want to marry one of your handsome young knights," she said, "and I want to marry him today." King Arthur returned to the castle with the old woman and told everyone that she had saved him from the Grey Knight with the correct answer. In return, he said, "I have agreed that she can marry one of my knights. Who among you will help me keep my promise to this woman and marry her today?" King Arthur asked. Quick as a flash, Sir Gawain volunteered. "It is my duty to serve you, King Arthur, and this woman has helped you, so I will marry her," and he did. The moment Sir Gawain married the ugly old woman, she turned into a beautiful young woman. "Who are you?" asked Sir Gawain. "I am your wife," she answered. "When you married me in my ugly state, you broke half of a curse that had been placed upon me. Now you can break the other half of the curse if you answer this question correctly. I can only be beautiful for half of every day. The other half I must be loathsome. This is the question. Should I be beautiful in the daytime and ugly at night? Or should I be ugly in the daytime and beautiful at night?" Sir Gawain thought for a while, and finally he shook his head and said, "This is very difficult. I don't know what I would choose if I had to make the decision for myself, and since I'm not you, it is wrong for me to choose for you, so I will let you decide." The curse was lifted, because all women want sovereignty. Sir Gawain had chosen the right answer. She was able to be beautiful all the time. And from that day on, everyone in King Arthur's court knew the importance of sovereignty, because everybody likes to make their own choices. And there be my story, be it bitter or sweet. Take what you like, but leave enough for me to eat.